Oh, absolutely. Because, of course, the world is shifting fast, borders, economies, crime, policy, everything is moving, and most people are being fed noise instead of facts. But, of course,
And you know that ends here. We're not here to sugarcoat it. We're not here to dance around headlines or repeat any talking points.
we're here to break it all down, direct, unfiltered, and without apology. So, because what's happening globally is certainly hitting us locally, whether it's in our wallet, our safety, our business, and of course, our future. So, twice a week, Mondays and Tuesdays from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m., we cut right through it.
With real issues, real impact, and real conversation.
No spin, no fluff, no wasted time.
No way.
Let's get right into it. But before we do that, let me go ahead and give you the phone numbers if you want to join in on any one of the topics. It's 850-446-0562. That's the number to get us directly and in the studio. That's 850-446-0562. We're also live on Facebook and various streaming platforms. You can just visit our Facebook and on our website. And yeah, all right. And if you want to send a WhatsApp and join the conversation, you may do so. Let me give you the WhatsApp number. It is 75782-VOICE. 75782-VOICE. All right, to kick it off here, I mean, let's start with what's going on and right here in our backyards, as we would say it, right here in Florida. Sad thing on Sunday, and I had some friends over on Sunday and we were looking at the lightning that and the thunderstorm. There was a brief thunderstorm on Sunday. That's August 23rd.
Right.
And I remember my friend and I, I wanted to wind down that umbrella outside, and I was like, okay, geez, let me run out there.
Were you guys in the pool?
We were in the pool
oh boy.
A little bit earlier. But then I was saying, okay, let me just run out because, if the wind in Florida, if you don't wind down the umbrella, it would blow it off and do whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And Tony, I was so tempted to just rush in the rain and doing it. And then I heard the lightning. I heard a big clap.
Oh, of course.
And then I said, you know what? I remember growing up in Jamaica, we were told, don't go anywhere near water or in on a tree, under any green tree or anything or any metal.
Likes to hit high places.
Yes, but here's this sad news. A mother and her 2-year-old were killed by lightning strike in Florida. And that happened that very same day. I did see all that lightning. And that happened in Margate.
In Margate, so it's very close.
Yes.
That's just another shame. I mean, where were they?
In Margate. So Margate, the police department and the Margate Fire Rescue responded to a 911 call at around 2:30 p.m. on Sunday that 2 individuals had been struck by lightning, and when they arrived there, they were found lying on the sidewalk.
Oh my God!
In Margate.
So they were just walking and got struck.
Right. It's a woman and her little baby or little daughter, and you know what? The daughter, they're twins. And so she had one of the children, and then her husband. What happened is she had just exited the vehicle when the lightning hit them, sending their bodies to the ground. Yeah. Luckily, the husband survived. He said he felt some lightning through the ground. Was he still in the car? He had came out as well.
Oh, he was out because if you're in the car, you're grounded. Those are the tires.
Right. So I think maybe I don't know who came out first, but he and the other twin daughter, they're okay. And so the mother has been identified as 31-year-old Kenya Glasgow, and she was rushed to North Broward Medical Center in Deerfield, and her daughter to Broward Health Medical Center in Fort Lauderdale.
That's a shame.
And both of them were pronounced deceased.
Really sad.
So that's very, very sad.
Yeah, I mean, I was always taught growing up the same thing. I mean, where I come from Ohio. We have quite frequent tornadoes and these types of storms, and we have much more of let's say wooded areas and things. And I grew up in a very wooded area and everything, and I saw quite a bit of tree strikes, things, getting struck with lightning. And let me tell you, it's no joke. It splits those trees right in half.
But here in Florida, especially for those who have like a little swimming pool in the back, they always tend to like going in there when it rains because the water for some reason is a little bit warmer when it rains.
But as soon as you hear thunder, remember the lightning and the thunder happen at the same time. But you hear and see the lightning first because light travels at a faster speed than the sound of the thunder. So it's about, and I think if I remember correctly, from the time you hear the thunder, if you count seconds between the strike and the thunder, I think that's approximately how many miles away that strike was. If I'm not mistaken, a caller can call in and correct me, would be great. But I think you see the lightning, you count till you hear the thunder, and every second's like a mile away or something close to that, because light travels at a greater speed than the sound does.
Well, that was very unfortunate, very sad that that happened. I mean, so I guess that's a warning to our listeners out there, Tony, that...
Well, yeah. I mean, I remember growing up in our swimming pool. I mean, not in our swimming pool, but in our swimming pool.
You grew up in a swimming pool?
Yeah, that's probably what's wrong with me. I'm waterlogged. No, but, the swim club, I mean, as soon as there was the overcast, those lifeguards were blowing whistles, everybody out. You're out of there immediately. And fortunately, nothing never in my many years of being there happened. But I do know within my community there were several incidents of that. And you're supposed to seek a low-lying area, from what I remember.
But I think the most important thing, you got to stay away from metal and green trees.
Well, that and also anything that's high, like even the antenna on your car. If you have one of those antennas that's not embedded in your windshield or something. I've had a contractor friend of mine who was driving down the road and lightning actually hit his fixed antenna that it's a metal like rod that goes up on the side of the truck that he had, and it hit that and did, serious damage. And it's my understanding that nothing happened to him because, the tires ground you. Like, for instance, if you have an electrical line fall on you and
have a rubber, you wear rubber soles.
No, the rubber of the tires. But if you have like a live electrical wire fall on your car, don't get out of the car because you're grounded.
Oh.
You step on the floor, you've now made that circuit.
Well, I forgot you were... actually a contractor.
I guess.
Certified contractor here from him. So listen to him, people. All right, so here's another thing. Yesterday we touched a little bit on it, but before we get into our hot topic of the day, let's just talk about this 1 second. So in July 2024, 36-year-old Sonia Massey, she had called 911 for help regarding a potential prowler at her Springfield, Illinois home. So she was the one who called the police. During the response, officer, there was Sean Grayson, shot Massey after a brief interaction involving a pot of boiling water. Grayson was found guilty of second-degree murder and sentenced to the maximum penalty of 20 years in prison. And in January 2026, that's when he was sentenced. In January, just January. And in July, guess what, people? The Illinois Prisoner Review Board unanimously denied Grayson's bid for an early medical release. He had sought release due to advanced colon cancer that had spread to his liver and lungs, a request strongly opposed by Massey's family and prosecutors. And guess what? So he has now
passed away.
So he died. He died from colon cancer.
Well, first of all, he's a convicted person. They could have put him in a medical ward, a hospital medical wards. I know that I believe they have, those type of places, but I would not want somebody like that out on the street.
Right. I think she was pleading, I think she had some mental issues, Tony.
Well, I think we all do to a degree.
Hey. But she had some mental issues and she was pleading, or maybe not. Maybe she was just very religious, but she was pleading the blood against him. And then he took his firearm and and unalived her. Next thing, Harvard announced this week that it had agreed to pay $53 million to settle a class action lawsuit related to the sale of body parts stolen from the Harvard Medical School morgue.
Incredible.
Yes.
And they settle out of court.
53 million.
No, they settle out of court so details don't come out.
Well, let me see. I think we have some here.
Discovery would unveil a lot of issues.
The settlement concluded a years-long saga that began in 2023 when Cedric Lodge, the morgue's former manager, was indicted after a federal investigation found that he was part of a criminal network that bought and sold human remains across the country. From 2018 through 2022, that's what the investigation found. Lodge had stolen, listen guys, Lodge had stolen heads, brains, skin, bones, and other body parts from the cadavers that had been donated. So people, family members, donate their family members for research and teaching through the anatomical gift program at Harvard Medical School.
He's stealing them
and they stole them and sold them. You know, your family members here that, you know, you could have given them a decent burial, but you chose to help science.
Any criminal charges? There has to be criminal charges. I mean, this is a serious, at least to me, that's a serious matter. Somebody's crossed the line there for sure.
Yeah. So now Harvard is paying up guys $53 million. It's a shame because you want to make sure that, to help science, and you might go ahead and donate to your family members, or you may stipulate in your will that you want to donate to science. And here it is. You want to say, go ahead, Tony.
No, never mind.
Okay. And so you want to go ahead and go ahead and do this in terms of trying to help science, and here it is that they're using it against people, or using it in this way for their own selfish ways. All right. Here's another thing. Orange City, Florida, and this happened. It happened from last year, but the person was just convicted. So a couple wired nearly $200,000 for land. The real owner said it was never for sale. Can you imagine?
Well, yeah. I mean,
it was never for sale, but then they wired $200,000 to this person.
Yeah, but the funny thing about this country is that it's very easy for people to rent a house,
right?
Then go and file certain documents. I won't name them, but certain documents. Don't give any tips and tell people how to do anything. Certain documents with the court system. I mean, with the recorder's office, which would make the facade that you owned it. You really don't. You've just filed documents that purport that you own it, but legally you don't. You've
all right. So let me.
Then you sell that. And
let me let our listeners know the backstory. So this person, this criminal, yes, on this alleged criminal, on August 13th, my birthday of 2026, Jackson was taken into custody following a nearly year-long investigation. What did she do, you may ask? Let me tell you real quick. Investigators said a couple obtained contact information for a realtor from a land for sale sign posted on the property and began communicating with the realtor and an escrow officer who claimed to work for a known escrow company. The couple initially paid a $2,000 deposit and received a confirmation email before wiring an additional $196,786.65 towards the purchase. My goodness.
This sounds like an organized scheme to defraud.
So they went ahead, they put the $2,000 first and then went ahead and sent over $196.
Right.
After the money was transferred, the couple began having difficulty reaching the realtor. So you find a realtor all the time. You can talk to the realtor, but as soon as you send over that big money, then difficulties contacting the realtor and escrow officer while attempting to obtain a survey of the property.
Right.
They were eventually told the realtor was out of the office and to stop calling. The couple contacted the legitimate escrow company and learned that it did not provide closing services and that the person they had been dealing with did not work for the company. Investigators said people posing as the owners of the property had also contacted the couple and provided paperwork to make it appear that the land was legitimately for sale. Very organized. Very organized.
Organized
The
scheme to
real,
be fraud.
yes, the real property owner later told investigators that the land had never been listed for sale and confirmed that a copy of her driver's license used in the transaction was fake.
Which can be bought on the dark web.
Authorities said the fraudulent identification appeared to have been created using artificial intelligence. On September 8th, 2025, the couple reported the alleged fraud to investigators. Detectives determined the scheme involved the fraudulent use of the property owner's identity.
There you go. As I was saying. But
the culprits, guys, they have been taken into to custody, and they did this month, August 13th of 2026.
That's I'll tell you that people got to keep their eye on everything. I mean, if you own something, this is almost like a Jamaican story now.
What do you mean?
People doing these crazy things with property and stuff like that. I mean, let me tell you, if I owned property and it was vacant, I'm sure they had to do well. First of all, if I was going to buy something, I know me, and I'm going to start researching that property myself, and I'm going to find out who really owns that property. And if I see a series of quitclaim deeds or certain funny.
The bottom line is people should just be careful who you're dealing with. Do your due diligence, please. And as a matter of fact, you need to.
Nobody.
In something like this, I think you should lawyer up. Get a proper real estate attorney, because an attorney will know how to make sure that the property that you're getting is actually the right property. There are certain things that have to be done and put in place.
Absolutely.
All right, moving along before we go to the break.
No, they were out of state buyers, right?
They were out.
The buyers were from out of state.
I don't know. I don't think so.
The victims?
No.
Oh, they weren't.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Right. So here's the thing now. Listen to this. The Albany Police Department in Georgia posted a surveillance photo on Facebook asking for help identifying a man who picked up $30 dropped by another shopper on the floor of a Walmart neighborhood market and did not return it.
Okay.
The August 18th social media request quickly went viral as thousands of commenters mocked the police department for launching a manhunt over a minor amount, invoking finders keepers. But seriously, somebody dropped $30, and so you pick up that $30, right? And then police really and truly go put the paper face on there to find that $30. What about finders keepers?
Yeah, well,
he didn't steal it; it fell.
It fell, but did he see who it fell from?
I don't think so. I know. Plead the fifth. No, well, it was on the floor.
Then
yes.
I think that's absurd.
But to think that it is only $30.
Yeah, let's spend $1 million to collect
and shame the person.
Like the government will spend $1 million to collect $1 from you. They will.
But before we go to the break, though, this is the hot topic of today, and it's kind of a relationship type. AJ Ayada, she's her husband is very popular TikToker and social media influencer, right?
See, here we go.
He's a must, and that's what we're picking up because we talked yesterday about social media.
Here we go again.
So for years, I think they've been married for 8 years, and he was the one who was saying that he was giving his wife $250,000 per year. Just for nothing, just being his wife.
That's just being a gentleman.
He was a gentleman, huh?
In my opinion,
he was speaking very poorly against guys who do not financially support women. And he was saying that whatever his woman want, he would make sure she does shopping. He gives her push gifts.
But you have to realize that that's a select few that can do that.
No, he spoke very badly about guys.
I'm just saying, that's a select few who can
guys
do
are
what they were
worthless.
doing.
He says the men are worthless if you can't financially
That's
provide for your spouse. And he went on and on and on. Well, guess what? And then they've been married for 8 years. So 8 years, we saw this facade. What?
Did somebody take him out?
For 8 years, we saw this facade, right? Of she living a glorious life. You see the big houses. He bought her like a suitcase of money. And you see all of this thing for the gram, for the Instagram.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? She has just now reported that for those 8 years, she has been abused. So AJA Yada spent 8 years here's a comment from people. They said she spent 8 years enjoying her husband Yade Yada's wealth and status and being paid $250,000 a year to be his wife
and keep her mouth shut about the abuse.
Now she says she spent those same 8 years enduring domestic abuse after so many years of the same treatment.
Incredible.
So the question that we want to pose to our listeners and viewers out there, is she a victim or is she a participant? Is she a victim
let me tell
or is she a participant?
I think she's I think she can be bought, obviously. I mean, if somebody's going to stay quiet about something of that nature, just because, in my opinion, again, money is the corrupter of all evil.
Food for thought before we go to the break. They said, I won't shame a woman for being abused, but I also won't pretend the message she spent years selling wasn't harmful. She told women to want the mansion, the money, and the man with 50K because a regular working man supposedly wasn't enough. We're going for a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us right here on the Voice of the Caribbean 101.5 FM HD2 and simulcasting on 96.9 FM. 850-446-0562. That's the phone number to get in touch with us when we come back to chip in.
Please
and give us your views.
We'd love to hear from the callers.
This 850-446-0562.
Ready. The Voice of the Caribbean 101.5 FM HD2 and 96.9 FM is opening up brand new advertising opportunities serving Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Palm Beach. We're offering flexible, affordable ad packages designed for local businesses ready to make big moves. Reach the Caribbean American community with music, news, and culture they trust. Call us at 954-999-0070 or 954-999-0134. And let's put your brand on the airwaves with a Voice of the Caribbean.
Reggae Band Sunday at Cocoon Restaurant and Lounge. Reggae Band Sunday. Try one of our delicious Caribbean dishes while sipping on your favorite cocktail and vibe to your favorite reggae hits being performed live by the Progression Band. $5 rum punch, $100 bottle, live DJ. Hosted by Mikey Mike from the Voice of the Caribbean. Free admission from 7 p.m. to 12 a.m.
I feel good.
It's Reggae Band Sunday. Every Sunday at Cocoon Restaurant and Lounge. Located at 15531 Sheridan Street in Davie, Florida. Get tickets online at cocoontickets.com. That's KEKOON tickets.com.
Whoa. September 5th, Elegance Ballroom, right at Lauderdale Lakes in Florida. Charlie Black, I got it there September 5th. Overtake, big up GKA Entertainment. I will be dead there. Can't come wind up on my body, girl. September 5th, Overtake, Florida. Not your business. You know the thing, yeah, dead.
Overtake 1 Pound Labor Day weekend with Charlie Black. Live at Elegance Ballroom, September 5th. Get your tickets now on Eventbrite.
Caribbean Chronicle Comedy Show is coming your way. This is your boy, comedian RJ, man. We plead the room. October 8th, 2026. Y'all be in the building. Errol Fabian coming all the way from Trinidad is going to be headlining the show.
Yo, it's your boy, Uncle Errol Fabian. And let me tell you, I'm looking forward to From Juve to Court Date. My brethren, RJ Jean, has invited me to Florida and I will be there. Now, you got to remember the date. It's October 8th. We'll be in Margate and we cannot be late. Toronto. Showtime is 9 p.m. That's right. And you get your tickets on Eventbrite.
You got Momo Williams representing Jamaica featuring the show, and the host with the most, myself, comedian RJ. I'll be hosting the show, y'all. Got one of the baddest DJ I know, DJ Mikey Mike, is going to be pretty much doing the after party, y'all. So y'all hang around alongside DJ Boise. Y'all be in the house. It's going to be held at Gold Choice Ballroom in Margate, 345 South State Road 7 in Margate, Florida. Now, if you want to buy tickets, if you have questions, you can call 561-567-1184. The number again is 561-567-1184. Tickets on Eventbrite. See y'all.
Judah Tours, Jamaica. From the moment you land in Jamaica until the day you leave, Judah delivers safe, reliable, and affordable transportation for visitors and returning residents alike.
Whether you need airport transfers, cruise ship pickups, hotel transportation, private charters, or exciting island tours, Judah's professional team is ready to get you there comfortably and on time.
Our Judah driver was waiting for us the minute we arrived.
Professional, friendly, safe, and affordable. We use Judah all week.
I've been using Judah for over 30 years every time I travel home from the States, and they've never let me down.
Visit the website, judahkingstonchapter.com. Call via WhatsApp, 876-782-0563. Judah Tours Kingston, Jamaica. Over 50 years of safe, reliable service you can trust.
Damien Jr. Gong Marley, Stephen Martin, Burning Spear, Capleton, Sizzla, Beanie Man, Protege, Barrington Levy, and many more are set to perform on the 11th annual Jam Rock Reggae Cruise, setting sail out of Miami, Florida, November 11th through the 16th, aboard the Norwegian Joy with port stops in Falmouth and Ocho Rios, Jamaica. Be a part of the most immersive reggae cruise with 5 days of music, culture, and pure vibe. Cabins are going fast. Secure yours now at welcometojamrockreggaecruise.com. That's welcometojamrockreggaecruise.com.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from Nitsa in the Ad.
The voice of the Caribbean. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, and YouTube.
Welcome back to the Global Brief with yours truly, Opal Lee.
And Tony Ruffino.
Of course, we do this each and every Monday and Tuesday right here on the Voice of the Caribbean 101.5 FM HD2 and Samuel Katzen on 96.9. We're going to close off, I think, with this hot topic that I want everybody's participation. Yes, we want everybody's
850-446-0562. That's 850-446-0562.
That's right. Or you can WhatsApp us at 757-82-VOICE. 757-82-VOICE. So here's it. We're talking about AJA Yada, the Yada Awakenings. You can find them on Instagram and TikTok. And so for years,
I think I'm going to start following him.
There have been for years, this guy has been flaunting his wealth and show how much he takes care of his wife and his children. You know, like I see videos, they're always in red bottoms. You see the mansion they're living in.
Wait a minute.
He says
red bottoms.
What's that mean? Just some designer. All right. And he said he gives his wife $250,000 per year. That's just for her pocket money. And then she doesn't have to work. She doesn't have to do anything. He caters to her. And he was basically telling men that if you can't afford to spend on a woman, just don't have one. And instead of stressing women out, provide for them. Just give them money. Every time they're asking for anything or every time they seem sad, just give them money. Give them money. I saw a video where he gave his wife like a pile, like a suitcase of money, briefcase.
How about give her love, affection?
So here it is. AJA Yada spent 8 years enjoying her husband Yada's wealth and status, right? She did it for the gram. She smiled, but you know what? I listen. I saw that, and some of that actually looked faked, in my opinion. But anyway,
could have been.
And she was being paid $250 a year to be his wife. Now she stated she spent those same 8 years, that she lied to us on the gram, showing that she was happy.
$2 million in 8 years.
Those same 8 years, she said that she was not happy after all. She said she spent those 8 years enduring domestic abuse after so many years of the same treatment. So my question is she a victim or a participant? And I'm posing that question because of what I see.
I think it's two-part. I think she is a participant, and I think that
she shouldn't trick other women.
No. I think that she is a participant, because she's if she's contributing to his.
She should have called him out from a long time ago.
And
so here's some comments here
for the money.
Here are some comments here. So somebody says, she's an enabler, and I don't feel sorry for her.
Neither do I.
One person said that. Somebody else says, he was showcasing how his wife, his queen, and how queen should be treated. And in turn, his queen is now the beaten stick.
Yeah.
So this is sad. Listen, guys, domestic violence is not a joke. This is not something, it's a very serious. But here's a question but you know what? Before I go there, because somebody says she was manipulated, let's not act like he wasn't in control of her page and telling her what to post. It was his page. He was the one doing all those videos. And right away, I go to his page now and I see he's not posting pictures of him and his wife anymore. He's still posting these.
He hasn't been arrested?
He's still posting these influencing things. No, not to my knowledge. And he's still posting with him and his kids. And he's still telling men to go out there and make money and be a perfect spouse and a partner. That's what he's doing. So, in the comment section, they're having a field day. They're like, oh, you mean by beating up on your partner? Why don't you say this? So here's a comment that I saw. It was interesting. This person says, I won't shame a woman for being abused, but I also won't pretend the messages she spent years selling wasn't harmful. She told women to want the mansion, the money, and the man with the 50K plus because a regular working man supposedly wasn't enough. Meanwhile, the reality behind the luxury was domestic violence. That's a lesson worth paying attention to. Don't envy somebody else's lifestyle so much that you ignore the quality of the relationship behind it. A paycheck can provide a lifestyle. It cannot guarantee love, loyalty, character, or peace. So I liked that comment
because that's exactly how I feel.
I like that comment.
When two people get together, everybody's going to have a downtime, and when your partner has a downtime, you gotta stay with it. You don't walk out on somebody just because they're going through a rough patch. If they're not, if you guys are a unit and a family and you're together and a committed relationship. There's no abuse like this. There's none of those things. Everybody goes through ups and downs. And sometimes, the man is going to have a down time. Maybe he's going to go through something. Maybe he's going to have work-related issues where the wife has to, chip in and do things. And for me, I think that's a much more healthy situation than paying somebody $250,000. I mean, what are you paying? I mean, it doesn't even make sense to me. It's not even logical. It's really illogical to me that you would spend that to just basically keep your mouth shut and endure whatever I want to do because I just want to be in control and do whatever the hell I want. That's the way I see that. And having extra funds like that, I'd prefer to invest it and think about my children's future. Okay, than letting somebody just go out and blow it. I come up with a plan.
I understand, but here's the thing, though. People are saying the reason why some women are not very sympathetic to this lady is because for 8 years she smiled for the camera.
That's right.
She took all the monies, or seemingly took the money from him, and basically tried to trick us. To make us try to hold on. So some women out there would have their regular guys who's doing a 9 to 5, and then we'll start looking down at those guys 9 to 5. You ain't Yada. Yada is giving his wife $250,000 over there. Yada is providing that beautiful home for his wife over there. And then the guys were feeling bad too. The guys were feeling bad because Yada was making them feel bad because he was saying, listen, guys, if you're broke, don't date. That's what he was telling them.
How do you even know that it's real? How do we know it's real?
Narcissist, controlling, evil man, and kids are involved too. Okay, that's true. That's a fact.
But how do you even know it's real? Because right now, I can go rent an Airbnb.
Right.
Okay. I can purport this glamorous life. I can go to where they have the private airplanes over here at the Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport. I can rent a plane for an hour just to take photos and stuff like that. I can go and buy prop money and money like that and pretend I'm having this big
but
life.
listen, they've been doing this for 8 years. But hold on, Tony.
And then you build your following,
Tony,
you get money.
I understand, but they've been doing this for 8 years, and it looked like the same house, unless they're renting that Airbnb for 8 years.
We never know.
We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know.
It
could be a rental. It could be this or that. We don't know the circumstances. There's so many people on these social platforms where I've slowed down the videos. They have stacks of cash. I've slowed down the video to the point where I can read for motion picture use only. You can tell. You know that all they're trying to do is influence and get followers to come to them. Then that puts a sickening mindset in other people that they have to keep up with the Joneses. They got to keep up with this.
But that's why people are saying, should they sympathize for her now, knowing that she went along with a ploy to trick women, to trick women by making it seem like she was happy. But now I saw her video, and she was basically crying and said, she said she feels embarrassed. She feels ashamed.
Where the abuse pictures?
She said she feels. She said, I feel embarrassed. She's embarrassed about it, about all of that is happening.
$2 million embarrassed.
Somebody says, there's no ideal victim, and we send a bad message to women if we cannot recognize abuse, even in unusual circumstances. So what some people are saying, even though it may seem that she was complicit in it, they're saying it was still a form of abuse. So if she didn't do those videos with him, maybe she would have still felt his wrath.
And it doesn't have to be physical abuse. There's mental abuse. Sometimes I've heard that physical abuse is almost better to go through because it ends, whereas mental abuse is a continuing thing.
Somebody says, I sensed, another lady said, I sensed there was more behind his motivation. I don't trust everything I see online. I keep telling people not to pressure themselves.
Bunch of crap.
Because some individuals online are going through great distress. Guys,
of course,
it is true. Don't look on people on the gram and said, I want to be like that, and how comes they can have that car or they can have that home. Sometimes if you really and truly do a one-on-one with them, you actually are in a better position than they are. You may be actually more well off than them because they're only doing it for the grams. As soon as the light is off, some of them are living in misery. When that camera lights go off, they're living in misery.
Money is the corrupter of all evil. And that's why I say this society is losing all forms of authenticity. They're losing class. They're losing morals. Human life doesn't appear to mean much to people anymore. There's so many things just in my time on this earth that have changed in the last 15, 20 years. And really, it's since that damn internet's come out.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm telling you the truth.
Here's something that he said here. Listen to this, guys. He said, I'm looking at one of his posts, and he said, cash up her $15,000 just because she's yours. The regular guy can't just cash up. So, hey, we're on air.
I'm sorry, I don't care.
Listen to me. Calm down. Tony's getting a little bit upside here.
Ridiculous.
Calm down.
All these
but listen,
people
cash up is. You see, you're taking offense to it because now you feel bad.
No, I don't feel bad.
Because this man is telling guys out there. Listen,
he's an idiot.
This guy is telling guys out there. Listen. Cash up her.
Okay.
$15,000.
Okay.
Just because she's yours.
Okay,
hold on. So the women love hearing that. They loved hearing that.
Wait a minute. What's that putting in the minds of our youth? What is that putting in the minds of our youth? Okay, and what's it doing?
To cash up her $15,000. I'm telling you, I would love if someone just cash up me $15,000.
And listen, if it's your partner, if it's something like that. But now it's if they can't do it, you can't be with them.
That's the point.
That's the thing.
That's what he's saying here.
He's an
he
idiot.
Said,
he's an idiot. He should be taken off and banned from that platform.
Boy, Tony's getting all the way up.
It's absolutely crap, because that's what's going into our minds of our youngsters, where they're developing minds and they're getting influenced by creeps like this.
850-446-05.
And I'm never going to back down on this point.
850-446-0562.
And bring him in here, and I'll go down with him too.
Do you agree with Mr. Ruffino right now? Oh my God, he's really worked up because he's not happy about what this guy does. I said before, this guy has always been putting guys down. It's always making the guys feel like they're useless.
Well, it doesn't make
he's
me
basically
feel useless.
telling them, instead of arguing with your
idiot.
woman, he makes it sound, instead of arguing with your woman, you should be giving her money.
Yeah.
Cash her $15,000. He basically gave his wife, that's what he said, he was giving her $250,000 per year just because. That's for her. That's her pocket money.
Deal.
And then, of course, he's continuing to pay all her bills. And now it is that the wife, the reason why we're talking about this, the wife has now come forward and said, guys, for 8 years, I've been living a lie.
So life is about money.
He has been abusing me.
Now it's all about money.
I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she's saying.
Life is all about money. No, then you know what? They are so shallow as human beings that they shouldn't even exist. That's my position. I would ban him for life on those applications. He has no reason to exist, because life is not all about money. And that's what's driving everybody. And that's the problem with social media, because this is what is being ingrained and embedded in the youth of this society for years and years and years. And then that's the attitudes that they adopt.
And I think that's why some people, even though, there's two parts. I don't know. There's two parts of this. Some people feel bad for her because they think she was an innocent victim. But they think she's an innocent victim. But Tony, it's her husband.
I don't care.
I see that they have 3 kids together.
I don't care. Right? If I was married and my wife started to physically abuse me, I don't give a darn how much money she's giving me.
You don't say that because you don't know domestic violence.
But
you don't know domestic violence.
I'm telling you the truth. I can tell you.
You're not a woman, though.
I didn't say that. I said if my wife started to abuse me physically and or mentally,
but you don't say that. There's a lot of people who stay in abusive relationship because
they're scared.
They're scared. Don't play it. They're scared. They don't know what to do.
There's helplines. There's help out there. They can get relief. There's a lot of things that they can do. Why don't you call the police? Have them taken away.
Oh, here somebody says, you're too rough on the last wife. It's always the hardest when you watch a kingdom fall. Just send love and light and positive energy and move on. Humans have feelings no matter what they did or participated in. So a lot of people are thinking that she participated in it. She knew this man was a creep. She knew she was married. So guess what? Guys, when Instagram was going on and the TikTok, she was smiling for the video, seeming happy. He was giving her the briefcases of money she was smiling. And then guess what? When the cameras went off, she went in her room maybe and cried because he was abusing her allegedly, physically and emotionally.
And I hope he gets in prison.
Yes. Somebody says, don't be ashamed. Write a book on domestic violence. Move on. You're beautiful and strong. Don't be embarrassed. Let this be a lesson. Allah gave you strength to leave. Don't turn back.
That's right.
Somebody else said, any real woman could see it in her eyes. It's 6 a.m. and I have shoes. I didn't wish this on her, but I could tell. So some people, I just think, there's certain people that I follow on Instagram and they're worth following. That I just saw him as fake from the beginning. I really and truly saw him.
And we don't even know if any of that lifestyle was true. It could all be a facade.
Somebody else said she stayed for her kids. And now she's choosing herself.
Well, she should have chose herself a long time ago. So obviously she was caught up in that money thing.
Somebody else says
sick of it.
It seems like it was a willing participant until somebody else said it seems she was a willing participant until she couldn't take it
And
anymore.
do we even know if her allegations are true?
And here somebody is saying,
Are her allegations
somebody on
even
our
true?
WhatsApp just says, I'm with Tony. She's done now because she has collected enough money out of him, plus more to come in the divorce settlement.
I hope he goes to jail. And we don't even know if the whole thing was real. With all the technology that's out there today, trust me, I could put together a lifestyle that looked like I was a multi-billionaire. It's very simple to do with all of the AI, all the things you can go rent, lease, do this, do that. You know, it's
but
simple.
There's a breaking news. Something happened in Haiti. One person lost 14 loved ones.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, that is really bad. So something is
Horrible.
happening right now. It happened yesterday.
What happened there?
In Haiti? Let's take a look. Gang coalition unleashes violent
boy.
new attack on farming community, and it's happening in Port-au-Prince. I think yesterday this was
gang
updated.
activity.
This was updated yesterday. Hold on
And they take
one second.
TPS
One
away
second.
and sending people into this crap.
August 24, 2026, Port-au-Prince, a powerful gang coalition attacked a once peaceful farming community nestled in the hills above Haiti's capital, killing multiple people on official, killing multiple people. Oh my goodness.
So they take away TPS. Real clever.
One second, Tony. Kenscoff Mayor Jean Massillon said armed men raided the community late Sunday, setting fire to homes and killing residents. It is still impossible to establish a definitive death toll due to access difficulties and communication problems. Oh my God.
And let me just say this. And our government wants to take away TPS and send people into this because I know it did. But the area that they're in, I think is a wealthy area too.
Yeah, here's this.
Okay.
Wales. I know we only have about 5 minutes to go, guys. Let me just fill you in. Wales filled the air in Kenscoff as survivors found the bodies of friends and family strewn on the streets early Monday. One lady was saying, they killed my son. One woman kept yelling as people nearby tried to comfort her. One man flung himself on the side of the road, head in his right arm as he cried on the ground nearby. People picked up the bodies of those killed, some wrapped in blood-spattered sheets. And guys, we're talking about what's going on in Haiti. I think this happened yesterday. They still do not have the counts, but I think what it says here, one family member lost 14 loved ones. One person lost 14 loved ones. Breaking news is
it's an affluent suburb. I just looked it up. It's an affluent suburb. Okay, it's in the highest place in Port-au-Prince.
So when people think, and we, I'm also an immigration attorney, and we file for asylum for clients by showing that, listen, they're likely to be killed, persecuted should they return to their home country, in this case Haiti. And here it is that this is clear evidence here shows here it is that they have a strong gang coalition and things that, who normally get targeted a lot? The deportees.
That's right.
Right? In my opinion, they're deportees when they think, okay, you are from foreign, you are from the US, you have had money, and you might be targeted. And so this is something that I'm imploring the US government right now to really and truly stop. No more flights of Haitians going back to Haiti right now. This is crazy.
It clearly says this is historically, it has functioned as an affluent suburb. Wealthy families from the lowlands built luxury villas and seasonal homes along its misty ridges to enjoy the fresh mountain air.
For those who are just joining us,
these are the wealthy people now they're attacking.
Of course, I see a comment here from someone saying 70% of Haiti is controlled by gang.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my God, my heart goes out.
No, this is,
and here it is right now, what the administration is doing is rounding up people
That's right,
who
sending
was
them back
here
to this.
on TPS. TPS has been canceled as of July 27th.
Way to go, U.S. government. Way
TPS
to go.
has been
Good guys.
canceled. Here it is. TPS has been canceled. Let's see if we can take a quick phone call. Thanks for rocking with us on the Voice of the Caribbean. Caller, you're live.
Yes, love on the brethren, they just
go ahead.
Short. I'm hear the thing about the Asian thing,
Yes.
a nice thing I go on, but God Almighty, then hold on, where the politician they were me here up here? We are both Asian and black.
That's right.
White and pink and blue. What them saying?
That's
Oh my
right.
gosh, my heart
You know,
beats. I'm trembling right now.
It's ridiculous.
Doing anything? And none of them is law. Them no law. I hear the princess talk out and nice and thing all the while. But I don't hear them talk and oh yeah, saying about the people.
Politicians.
And in any country.
Politicians,
in any
listen.
country that you have a situation of that you don't supposed to do. Come on, just throw it black.
Politicians,
Exactly.
listen to this caller. Listen to us, please. We got to stop them from sending people back to Haiti. It's a travesty. Lives are taken. Oh my God.
Yeah, the only thing all they do is want to take money. That's all they care about, too. The politicians.
Oh my God.
Money,
Come on, guys.
money,
We're
money,
imploring
money.
you. Thank you so much for that caller.
Thank you,
and I'm
caller.
going to keep imploring people. I know we got to go now. We only have about 3 minutes to go.
Oh, that's a
but this is
shame, because
breaking
I'm on a
news.
roll, baby.
This is breaking news right here with what's going on right now. We were just trying to wrap up the global brief right here on the Voice of the Caribbean, but gang coalition unleashes violent new attack on a farming community in Haiti. Multiple people have been killed. They don't have the actual count right now, but one family member has said that they have lost 14 loved ones.
Yeah.
One person has lost 14.
I'll bet when they get to the bottom of it, government officials were paid off.
Oh my God. Somebody said, if only we had a good police force that would have placed an armored truck here, what happened here would have been prevented. Somebody said that Verti in All the Saint as he lifted a sheet over the body of his brother-in-law.
There you go.
A farmer, Mathurin Pierre, 41 years old, told AP that he lost 14 loved ones.
Sickening.
And that an unknown number remain missing.
And how many hostages were taken?
Guys,
Those are probably the
I'm
ones
taking this
missing.
final. We only have 1 minute to go before
That's
we're
a
out.
shame.
I'm imploring to every single politician
had
right now, listen to
5
the
more
sound of
hours.
our voice. I am begging you. I'm imploring you. I mean, I'm going to step up my game right now as an immigration attorney, and we got to fight to keep the Haitians
Absolutely.
here. Because
People
if they
need to
leave
get out and
and
vote.
if they go, they're
And
going
do
to
this and get
die.
the right people in
November
control.
is midterms. People got to vote. For the
No,
midterms.
November is the general election.
No, it's midterms. Midterms.
Midterm. I'm sorry, midterm.
All
I
right.
was getting
But guys,
confused
we
with
got to
the,
go now. We have got to go. Oh my goodness, it was indeed a pleasure. I'm sorry that we had to end with this bad news. But join us again next week on Monday and Tuesday, right here in the Voice of the Caribbean, 101.5 FM HD2 and simulcasting on 96.9 FM. It's yours truly, Opal Lee
and Tony Ruffino. Love you guys.
Love you, and we're praying for Haitian family.
Absolutely. To all the people affected by this, I pray for them every day. It's sickening.
WLYF HD2 Miami, 101.5 HD2. This is the all-new Voice of the Caribbean. Better sounding radio.